I arrive on the rooftop with Aoi without incident. The security in Hibariko is lacking as usual. Aoi-san, you're going to set up your telescope now, right?
そうですけど
I'll help.
結構です
I'll set up the lens barrel, so I'll leave the stand to you.
結構ですって言いました
It's quicker if we do it together.
私のは麻生先輩の望遠鏡と違って複雑じゃないから大して変わりません
We won't know unless we try.
わかります
Just give it a shot and let me help.
先輩は勝手に星見するんじゃなかったんですか
Actually, I wanted to stargaze with you.
そろそろ帰ります
I'm kidding. I won't interfere anymore.
最初からそうしてほしかったです
Aoi sets up the telescope in silence. Compared to Asuho's telescope, hers is a smaller, refractive telescope. She hasn't let me touch her telescope at all up until this point. Not just setting it up, but she refuses my help in carrying it too. Maybe she's finished her preparations as she starts taking short peeks through the lens. She stands in front of the telescope, which she had gone to great efforts to set up, and looks up into the night sky with her naked eyes. You're not going to use the telescope? Aoi slowly averts her attention to me.
望遠鏡はさっき使いました
You only looked through it for a little while though.
それで十分ですから
Aren't you going to stargaze?
してますから
Orihime and Hikoboshi are also shining tonight.
そうですか
The summer triangle is still going strong.
興味ありませんから
Once autumn starts, we'll be able to see the square of Pegasus.
興味ないって言いました
Are you only interested in the southern skies?
先輩には関係ありません
If you're not going to use the telescope, can I use it?
干渉しないんじゃなかったんですか
It's not interfering, it's a request.
腑に落ちませんが
So, can I?
ダメです
Don't say that.
しつこいです
You're not letting others touch it because it's precious?
関係ありませんから
Am I annoying?
ちなみさんよりはマシかもしれません
Should I be happy about that?
知りません
We're going to build the planetarium of the southern sky again. You joined the Tenkudo because of that, right?
無理はしなくていいですからそのせいでまた先輩が赤点取ったら私が悪いみたいで迷惑ですから
We won't do it while we are having our tests.
そうしてください
We'll build it together.
そうなんですか
Really?
真似しないでください
Aoi-san, make it with us.
私でも
It's as if she is addressing the telescope.
私でも作れるんでしょうか南天の星空を作れるんでしょうか
You can. If you're a member of the Tenkudo, you can do the impossible.
それでうまいこと言ったつもりでしょうかふざ
How
で
harsh.
すけど退部する気は今のところありませんから積極的に参加するつもりもありませんけど
No, she's smiling. Aoi's small smile. I might just be content with being able to see it. Oh, Aoi-san, good morning.
おはようございます
I encounter Aoi in front of the house as I walk out the doorway. We usually go to school together after she passes by our house, but she appears to be standing there this morning waiting for someone. Were you waiting because you wanted to go to school with us?
違います
I thought so.
ちなみさんは
Is there something you want with Chinami?
はいあの野郎はどこです
What?
か
Don't call her a slut. Slut? She's getting prepared in a hurry. She'll be out soon. Did she mess up something again?
しでかしてくれました
Are you mad?
怒ってます
Aoi-san, you weren't mad last night.
考えてみると夕べに怒るべきでした
What did that Chinami mess up?
鈴葉と一緒に お風呂に入りました。
And what's wrong with that? And why are you getting mad over that?
お風呂から上がった後、鈴葉は千波さんと遊んでいたようなんです。
And? After we had returned from stargazing, the two of them were asleep in the living room. They had cute sleeping faces. Those two were playing the whole time since Ishino-san had worked.
だと思います。
Tired from playing, the two showed no signs of waking up. Aoi had carried Suzuha back home on her back. I also carried Shinami to her room. So, what's wrong with that?
鈴葉は湯冷めしやすいのに、リビングで上に何もかけずに寝ていたことが問題なんです。あ、葵ちゃんだ。おはよう。
So does Suzuha have a cold now?
千波さん、おはよう。
It's that evil smile again.
挨拶返してくれたのは嬉しいけど、なんでグリグリまでされてるの。千波さん、ゆうべは鈴葉と何して遊んでた？体力の限界を突破する勢いで鬼ごっことかくれんぼやってたよ。本当にありがとうございました。グリグリが強くなったよ、おいちゃん。
Don't tell me Suzuha-chan caught a cold.
はい、熱を出して今も部屋で休んでます。
Aoi lets Shinami go and she starts walking up the hill unhappily. Shinami is standing there in shock.
鈴葉ちゃん、病気なの？
Seems like it. She's probably taking a day off from school today. That's why Aoi-san was mad.
千波のせいで。
It's not just your fault. Since Onshino had work, she had taken her eyes off Suzuha. Knowing this, Aoi and I still went out. We are all at fault. We'll have to chase after Aoi-san.
謝らなきゃ。
Seeing how disheartened Shinami is, I understand just how worried she is about Suzuha.
葵ちゃん、鈴葉ちゃん、風邪なんだよね。千波のせいなんだよね。だから謝るね。ごめんな、葵ちゃん。葵ちゃんが許してくれるまで謝るよ。ごめんね、ごめんね、ごめんね、ごめんね。うざい。
Shinami is also worried. Can you forgive her?
誰も許さないとは言ってません。
Thanks.
お礼もいりませんから。
Also, I have to apologize too.
先輩が謝ったら、一緒に星見してた私も謝らなきゃならないじゃないですか。
So you admit that you were stargazing with me yesterday?
死んだらいいと思います。葵ちゃん、葵ちゃん。ちなみに学校終わったら鈴葉ちゃんのお見舞いに行くね。来なくていい。なんでなんで？鈴葉ちゃんのこと心配なのに。心配しなくていい。なんでなんで？ちなみたち友達なのに。友達じゃなくていい。
Is her condition really bad?
熱を出すのはよくあることなので大事はないです。
We won't come if you'd rather let her rest in peace.
先輩もお見舞い来るんですか？
Can I?
そういうわけでは。しのさんにスフレ焼いてもらって持っていくね。ちなみさんは来なくていい。なんでなんで？お兄ちゃんはいいのになんでちなみはダメなの？騒がしくなるから。ちなみはこう見えて友達の家では借りてきた猫のようにおとなしくなるんだよ。私の家に遊びに来ておとなしかったことは一度としてなかった。お見舞いの時はおとなしくしてるよ。信じられないし想像できない。
Then this is a good chance. Aoi looks at me with her head tilted. It's a chance to see Chinami behaving herself for once. Chinami won't do anything that causes trouble for her friends. Besides, wouldn't Suzuha-chan be delighted if Chinami visits her? Can Chinami and I drop by after school?
もう勝手にしてください。
She agrees to it grudgingly.
鈴葉が喜ぶのは否定できませんから。
Aoi ends up looking displeased. School finishes, I decide to take a day off from club activities today, since I have business to take care of. Apart from when we observe the stars on Fridays, we just chat around on other days, so they can't exactly criticize me. We meet up outside the school gates and arrive at Aoi's house.
今鍵を開けますから。
Are your parents at work?
はい、どちらも夜まで帰ってきません。
So Suzuha-chan was home alone?
いえ、昼休みに両親2人とも帰ってきて、鈴葉にご飯を食べさせてるはずです。親バカって言ってたもんね。黙れツルペタ。ツルペタは一遍たりとも関係ないよ、葵ちゃん。うるさくするなら帰ってもらうから。家に入った瞬間にちなみはおとなしくなるよ。先輩、信じていいんですね。
Yeah, I guarantee it. She opens the door with a suspicious look.
それではどうぞ。お邪魔します。うるさいから帰ってくれる？挨拶くらい多めに見てほしいよ、葵ちゃん。
I might have given my guarantee a bit too soon. Suzuha's room is upstairs. The three of us silently walk up the stairs. It's my first time at Aoi's house, so I'm a little nervous. Compared to our house, the floor, the walls, and the ceiling all appear to be new.
鈴葉？
She knocks and calls out to her.
陽先輩とちなみさんがお見舞いに来てくれたよ。
The three of us proceed inside her room.
寝てるみたいです。
Seems like it.
静かにお願いします。
I know, I just wanted to take a look at her.
大声は出さないように。
I said I know.
息を潜めるように。
I said I know.
息をしないように。
Is she telling us to die?
ちなみさんのうるさいツッコミが来ない。
It's as if she's testing us.
鈴葉ちゃん。
Suzuha's eyes are closed. Chinami holds onto her small hands protruding from the blanket. Aoi doesn't say anything. Chinami doesn't say anything. She's following her promise to behave herself. Perhaps because of having her hand held, Suzuha's eyelids open slightly.
私、ゆっくり寝てた？
Suzuha's gaze falls upon Aoi, who had been observing her face intently.
お姉ちゃん、ごめんね、起こしちゃって。今、何時？4時くらい。いっぱいお昼寝しちゃった。お薬は飲んだ？お昼ご飯食べた後に飲んだ。また寝ててもいいよ。
Suzuha's drowsy eyes follow to behind Aoi, where I'm standing.
りょうさん。
I'm not the only one. Chinami is here too. Chinami hasn't said anything, much less cause a commotion. She's been holding Suzuha's hand the entire time.
ちなみさん、お見舞いですか？ありがとうございます。私、平気ですから。いつものことだし。ちなみさん？さっきから彫像みたいで不気味。
She's well behaved, isn't she?
極端すぎます。
Chinami, it's fine to just talk to Suzuha-chan.
いいの？はい。私もちなみさんとお話ししたいです。でも私の風邪がうつったら。大丈夫だよ。ちなみは風邪ひかない子だからね。バカは風邪ひかない？言うと思ったよ、葵ちゃん。
Chinami, lower your voice.
ごめんなさい。しょげるちなみさんも珍しい。
Sometimes I see Chinami like this.
ちなみ、もう帰った方がいいかな？いえ、そんなことないです。私、ちなみさんと一緒にいると元気になれますから。私もちなみさんみたいに元気になりたいって思うから。鈴葉ちゃんならすぐ元気になれるよ。はい。しのさんのスフレ持ってきたから元気になったら食べてね。ありがとうございます。
Having a lot of people in the room puts a lot of stress on Suzuha. It seems we are better off leaving Chinami alone with her. Aoi seemed worried, but she said she's going back to her room. The two of us leave together. Her condition didn't seem that bad.
はい。それでも2、3日は学校を休むことになると思います。無理をすると体調を崩すのはいつものことなんですけど。
Suzuha-chan said that too.
なので、今後は気をつけてもらえると助かります。
I'll tell Chinami too.
お願いします。
Would it be better if you guys had dinner at your own house tonight?
そうさせてもらいます。
I'll tell Chino-san in advance.
すみません。
Does that mean that you're going to make dinner?
親の帰りが遅ければ、そうなります。
If you want, I can...
よくありません。
That was a quick reply.
食事を持ってくると言いそうな雰囲気でしたから。
Well, I can prepare some porridge too.
それくらい、私も作れますから。
If you think you're causing trouble for me, that's not the case.
むしろ、私が迷惑です。
After what's dinner...
結構です。
At least let me finish.
聞いても答えは変わりませんから。
Oh, really now?
なんて言おうとしたんですか？
I was thinking about asking Suzuha-chan regarding dinner afterwards.
それは卑怯です。
I'm kidding. I don't want to be unreasonable, so I'll drop the matter for today.
それが身のためです。
My life?
先輩、帰らないんですか？
I'll go home after Chinami comes back.
私は宿題でもしてます。
Okay.
いつもならしないんですけど。
She's more of a delinquent than I thought. Does this mean you're going to drive me out?
単に暇だからです。あと、そこに立たれてると落ち着かないんですけど。
Would it be better if I sit down?
できれば帰ってほしいです。
She wants to drive me out after all.
でも、座ってもらった方が立たれてるよりはマシです。
After I sit down, Aoi also sits herself at her desk. Aoi-san, your room is tidy unlike Chinami's.
そうですか。
I see that you've left your telescope over there like that.
そうですね。
Wouldn't it get dirty if you don't store it inside something?
たまに拭いてますから。
We're going to buy you a case with the club funds eventually.
お構いなく。
I hope Suzuha-chan gets better soon. Aoi doesn't reply immediately as she opens her question booklet and exercise book on the desk.
鈴葉は体が弱いですけど、以前よりは丈夫になりましたから、ひばりが先に引っ越してから、ずいぶん元気になりましたから。
Aoi-san, you moved to this town? She nods silently. This house is relatively new. It makes sense. That means you are like us. Where did you move from? Aoi turns a page in her question booklet. When did you move here? She's holding her pacer with her eyes down. It appears that I'm getting in the way of her homework, so I stop talking to her. I lived in an apartment when living here in Hibarigasaki as a child. The apartment was far from the shops, so I wasn't very familiar with this neighborhood. I don't know if Aoi's house had been built then or not. Since I was one of those kids who didn't take any detours on the trip to and from school, I didn't know much about this place. However, I can only remember the month before we moved away, when I had played at the lookout.
先輩。
As I'm daydreaming, Aoi turns back from her desk.
ちなみさんから聞いたんですけど、勉強得意なんですよね。
They're better than Chinami's, that's for sure.
ここ、わかりますか？
She shows me her question booklet. Factorization? This is Maths 1, right?
この問題の答えなんですけど、なんだか式が唐突に飛んでる感じで。
You just have to group all the like terms together. These types of questions will get easy once you get the hang of them, since they're symmetrical polynomials. Whatever that is.
なんでしょう。
It means that you can substitute into the pronumerals.
どうやって解くんですか？
You start off by rearranging the terms by their powers from highest to lowest degree. Then you use the cross method like this. That sounds familiar. And like this, I end up teaching Aoi until Chinami is done with her visit.